Students across the country walked out of schools or held some sort of other demonstration in remembrance of the victims of the Florida shooting or in protest of guns. Schools in the Upstate were no different. I was at Berea High School to see what they did.
We took, at 10 o'clock, we all walked out in the hallways and we sat in silence for 17 minutes for each victim.
Now, what was the participation like, and were there students that stayed in class?
There was a few that did stay, but the participation was surprising. It shocked everyone. It was great.
One teacher spoke about how proud he was of the students.
Having been a 1983 graduate from Berea High School myself, this being the only job that I've ever had, what I witnessed here this morning was our kids handling a National Day of Walkout with extreme dignity. And being an alumnus of this school, I absolutely could not be prouder of what I saw. I shared with Mr. Noel after it was over with today to quote Simon and Garfunkel, "The sound of silence." Whether our kids were in the hall, in the classroom, they were all observant of what we wanted them to do, which was to honor those victims in Florida. And they honored themselves as well. They handled themselves with extreme dignity. And again, I couldn't be more proud.
Berea's principal says that today's events had nothing to do with politics.
Our students were very adamant to make it about remembering the victims and to highlight violence of all kinds in schools. It's not about guns, it's not about any political issue, and they wanted to make sure it was not politicized from day one. That was our students' wishes, and I'm really proud of them for what they have been able to come up with and what they've been able to do.
The students agreed with that sentiment.
Some people mentioned it, but then I would always say this isn't about the guns, this isn't about the violence. It's about all violence, and it's about remembering victims, not just about the protest.
I'm Seth Stokes, 106.3 WORD News.